Way. We continue the broadcast from Big 12 Football Media Days in Frisco, Texas. I'm Pat Strathman. Coming up in a little bit, we'll have the head football coach of the Kansas Jayhawks, Lance Leipold. We do have Kansas lottery tickets to hand out. We also got to hand out some free golf. But as I mentioned, we would be joined by someone to kick off the second hour representing the Crimson and Blue of the Kansas Jayhawks. And that guy just so happened to have a pretty good year at Kansas last year. Now he's looking for bigger and better things in 2026. It is the edge rusher, Leroy Harris III, who joins us on the show. Leroy, glad to have you here, man. It's crazy to look at all these people and understanding that football is at our doorstep. But you and I were talking a little bit off air. You're itching. You're ready to get after it, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shoot, I think this team got a lot to prove this year. You know, after last season going 5-7, we're ready to go show the world what we can do. So hopefully by the end of it, maybe we can be Big 12 champions, you know?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Overall, it's just like with anything. You want to have team success. You want to be able to go to a bowl game. You want to be able to go to the college football playoffs. You want to win a natty. You want to do all those different things. But the silver lining, I think, a little bit last year for you is Leroy Harris III, the amount of sacks that you're able to get. You were a guy who was on the honorable mention list for the Big 12, so certainly a guy who had himself a pretty good year. Yep. What allowed you to have a good year? I know overall team-wise maybe it wasn't the goal, but just strip that away for a moment and focus on Leroy Harris III. What was it like last year, and how have you gone about trying to be even better here for 2026?
Obviously, if I get better, I do good individually. Hopefully, the team will do well as well.
Sure.
So, me getting the sack in a good time, me batting the ball down, that'll overall get to team success. So, me individually, last year, I would say I was just trying to put my best foot forward every game, continue to get better game by game, and I feel like that's what I did. I mean, started off hot with 3 sacks first 3 games, did good that way, but I'd say just throughout the year, I continued to build momentum, and I ended up finishing the year pretty well and end up making the honorable mention list because of it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, in terms of the offseason, how did you approach it to try to go, all right, last year was good, but there's more work to be done. Still got to chop some wood. So how did you approach this offseason to try to put yourself in a better position here for 2026?
I'd say the big thing I wanted to work on was just being a leader for real. Despite more football-wise, other than being a leader, I'd say just continue to worry about where I wanted to play at, what weight, what size, how just continue to develop my body, getting stronger. I'm still young, I'm 20 years old, so trying to work on that. And then you can never get enough pass rush. As the edge rusher, we got to continue to work on the pass rush. So those 3 or so things were the things I was really looking at as what I wanted to really pinpoint in my offseason.
I turned 36 in August, and he had to drop, I'm still young, I'm still 20. And I'm like, man, I remember just like it was yesterday when I was 20 years old on the University of Kansas campus, but not no more. Getting ready to be 36 in the month of August, which is crazy to think. As you brought up last year, a lot of ups and downs. And it wasn't the season that everyone wanted. It wasn't the season that everyone wanted, but so many moments where you're just right there and so just couldn't come up with the catch or couldn't come up with the play. As a player, how do you go about trying to overcome that? How do you go about erasing last year and going, all right, this is how we make the play? I'm always curious about that because it sounds easy in theory, just finish better. But I don't think there's really a one-size-fits-all solution to try to finish better. So how do you go about improving on that this year?
I mean, you go back to the drawing board. You got to get back to the details. Look at how you're doing things. Are you doing things the right way? You know, obviously this world's results driven. This is a business. Are you winning? Are you doing those things? But are you doing things the right way a part of the process? Are you showing up on time? Are you showing up professional? Are you coming in every day trying to get 1% better? That's the things that we at Kansas are looking at. Obviously, we didn't have the great season like you're saying or that we wanted to have, but we continue to go back and dive into our process. And that's just, I mean, that's what we look for as a Jayhawk, as a Kansas football player. That's what we do here.
How do you go about making this pass rush just overall as a whole better for 2026? As we brought up individually, there's no denying what you're able to do, but you know this better than anyone else. The more success that you have, and even Coach Leipold brought this up, there's tape on you now. There's going to be more tape. So people are going to look at you and go, all right, what moves? Ooh, he likes this move right here. Okay, he likes this move right here. Okay, cool. They start to lock in on you a little bit more. But now if you're going to be the one getting a lot of attention, what about the other guys up front on the defensive line?
Yep.
How well have they gelled? Some new faces. I know Blake Harold was walking around earlier today, so I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but definitely he looks a little
Yep.
bigger. He looks like he's ready to rock and roll right there in the middle. But how do you go about trying to make this pass rush better here for this upcoming season?
So just continue to be versatile, mixing up our rush. I mean, it's a game within the game, working against these tackles and offensive linemen. Just whether I'm going speed to power, or I'm going rushing the edge, whether I'm going to counter inside. It's different things, and I think as a defense, we do a great job working in the games and doing everything, working together. I mean, I think all of us as a unit, the whole D line unit, is kind of good at working together and playing off each other. That allows us to make all the plays together and make more plays, create more chaos in the backfield and everything. So
yeah,
I'd say that'd be the big things. And you said Lance brought up the we have or Coach Leipold, excuse me. Yeah, Coach Leipold.
okay, mark that down.
Yeah.
Call it.
No,
I just playing, brother.
Yeah.
I'm just
Like,
kidding, brother.
Coach was talking about the we have film, but we're always continuing to evolve. So
Yeah,
they might look something. Oh, we might do something a little different. And then we also got a new coach K.
yeah.
Coach K this year. So we're gonna throw in some wrinkles. I think we're just gonna. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a special year. It's gonna be a little different, throwing some different wrinkles this year. So I think that's gonna be what the key to our success is.
But also too, first year defensive coordinator DK McDonald. You're learning. Everyone's learning.
Exactly.
Everyone's learning. Now, as you enter year number 2, how much more comfortable is this defense now? Of course, like we mentioned, lots of new faces, but overall, talking to Coach Leipold, he likes the depth. I think when you go into, all right, first year under DK McDonald, all right, that's done, that's over with. Now you look into season number 2, and naturally you would think that comfortability level is going to lead to better success on the football field.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously you gotta have depth and everything, but at the end of the day, I think we got some dudes that can carry this program. That we got. Shoot, you got like the guy's name here, that Blake. Obviously,
Yeah.
We got a great D line unit. That's going to start us off. We got to have a good team, good defense with just a great D line unit. Obviously, got people in the back end to back us up, but I think those are the two. That's really what we're going to rely on this year, having the good dudes we got.
Well, you say back end. I mean, let's be real. Good pass rush is going to help out that back end a little bit more.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
Coverage sacks, and maybe they'll help me out. Give me a couple sacks.
See, same thing.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. If you have good coverage in the back end, and it helps out.
Hold
Leroy
the ball
Harris.
a little bit. He hesitate.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it's like. It was your first year last year.
Yep.
You transferred in from Chattanooga. What really sold you on going to Kansas?
I mean, they gave me an opportunity, and I wanted to make the most of it. I came here. They were still looking for the guys and looking, like you said, looking for some depth.
Sure.
Looking for a guy maybe to mix in there, try to get in the starting lineup like I did. But, that was kind of what led me there. I wanted to play at the Power 4 level, and the other schools I was talking to more Group of 5, and I was talking to some bigger programs, but they were in like the reconstruction phase, and Coach Leipold had already been here and kind of establishing stuff. The previous year, they had some guys like they had Austin Booker, shout out to him.
Yeah.
I didn't personally know him, but he had gotten drafted from here in his short amount of time here. So that was the things that drew me to here. Coach Sleeve in the weight room. When I got there, I showed up on campus about 235, 240. So I really wanted to develop myself and my body wise. So that's something also, just the weight room and the strength staff really drew me to Kansas. That's why I wanted to be there. They had a nutritionist and the dining hall that was getting built. It was in the process. I didn't see it yet, but I knew it was coming throughout the season. It's here now. It's done wonders for me. I put on, now I'm 270 plus, so put on 40
and a good
pounds.
272, by the way. Not a 270 like me, a good 270 here for Leroy.
Yeah, I got to keep the body fat down, always working with the nutritionist and everything. But, yeah, it's been great. Those are just the things that brought me to Kansas, and then kept me here, honestly.
Yeah.
It kept me here throughout the portal window. I was signed. I was where do I sign pretty much when I'm at the season. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the other aspect too. Nowadays, you can enter the portal, and there are, after having struggles, it could be easy to just hop in and just go somewhere else. But you said no. I want to stay and be a Kansas Jayhawk.
Yeah. One day I hope to, God willing, and I do well enough, be in the Ring of Honor and come back to Kansas. I think it's a great thing. It's a special place, honestly. The LFK Lawrence area. I really just want to continue to give back and continue to, I want Kansas to be known to be for football, not just basketball, not baseball. I hope football continues to live here.
Yeah, I love how baseball had a successful season, no doubt about that. And I talked to Cam earlier today, and I brought up what's it like seeing the progress on the stadium. He goes, man, I've been spoiled. It's not like Calvin Clemens who walks up, who's a fifth generation Jayhawk, who's like, oh no, I've been a part of the whole stadium, now part of the new one. You've been used to the new one ever since arriving on campus. How special are the facilities there at KU?
I mean, they're world class. I'm sure they're better than a fair amount of the teams. Maybe they're really good. I don't know if everyone has we got Chef Mike. Shout out to Chef Mike, and just shoot top to bottom. We got a bunch of technology, bunch of research being done by the staff and everything to how we can get better. How can we continue to evolve and do what's best for the team and at the end of the day play the best football.
Yeah. You excited for London?
Oh yeah, am I? I can't wait. I just want to. I've been telling everybody. I just want to double-decker bus. I want to be on the top. I want to get on the bus and I want to drive on the other side of the road. And I want to experience that. That's number one on the list is being on the double-decker. The big red bus. I mean, that's the only thing I can. I want to talk to some, hold a conversation, maybe record it to see how that goes. Like different terms, maybe try some food. I want to see stuff like that. Just experience. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about all day. Just trying to. I want to experience that. I think that would be cool.
I think it's so hilarious. It's the double-decker bus that you bring up. Big Ben and some sites that are out there too. Yeah, I want to see that. No, I just want to be on a bus. That's what Leroy wants to do. I just want to ride a bus.
Yeah, just
you keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right on.
I mean, it can drive past. That's cool. But the bus is the bus. I want to interact with the people. I want to see how those two things are.
How are you gonna go about handling the long flight?
And I'll probably sleep. I mean,
and that's why I asked Cam. Cam's like, I watch extended TV series or maybe special ones. I don't know, but he mentioned that, and I said, well, you're going to have plenty of time to watch TV. I can guarantee you that.
For sure.
As someone who made the trek over to Dublin, I don't know what it's like going to London, though. I have never made that trip. But how do you go about trying to handle the long flight? Are you a movie guy? Do you load up on movies?
No.
Or are you just going to sleep? And there's nothing wrong, but you're just going to sleep. But there's also a process to this, too, because if you end up going to sleep in a time that's not good for you, you're going to be like wide awake in London time, and your body's going to be all sorts of jacked up,
I'd say how I'd go about it. Honestly, I don't, depending on which one we fly. The free movies is always a great route, depending on, I don't know how we're going to fly down there private. I'm assuming it's private, some type of way. But yeah, I'd definitely say maybe a movie, maybe some cards to entertain myself. I don't know how much room we're gonna have in there, but
yeah, that's the other question. I'm very worried about Calvin, but it's not like you're a small guy either.
I'm sure they'll do me right. I'm sure, yeah. they've done me right in the past. I was my first year here. I had a great seat, had a lot of leg room. I never flew to places. Honestly, we would leave on Thursday at Chattanooga to go drive somewhere that's like 10 hours away. So I was excited to get on the plane. Just experiencing that and
shave like 10 hours off my travel time.
Get there in an hour and a half. I'm like, whoo, that's light work, y'all. Yeah, y'all talking about getting to the airport, and we were driving. Y'all, they don't know what it is. Like the levels to this. I'm just so grateful to be at this level.
Man, I absolutely love it, man. In order for you guys to be successful this year, what has to happen?
Shoot, one play at a time, one possession at a time, one game at a time, for real. So we just got to continue to stack, build that momentum. We got 3 straight, obviously finishing with the game in London. Then we got, after we got bye week, then we got 9 straight. So I think we have the potential to build some momentum after the London game. So I think that will be the biggest thing, build on the momentum, continue to keep the ball rolling. Once we get high, I think we can keep it going.
All right, man. Well, hey, I greatly appreciate it. You and go enjoy the rest of the day and gear up for a little double-decker red bus action in London, man. I appreciate your time. Best of luck to this upcoming year, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that is Leroy Harris III here on the show. Glad to have him here. A delightful fellow, a very simple guy. I love the aspect. He's like, just give me a bus, man. Just give me a bus. It's okay. Coming up next, we'll talk to his coach, Coach Lance. He's laughing right next to me. Coach Lance Leipold, head coach of the Hawks, will join us coming up next. Real quick.